Let me be the first to tell you that back pain after leg day is not normal. Somehow, society has normalized that it's okay to feel a little bit of discomfort and ache in our back after we perform a heavy, vigorous leg day. But that's not the case. When we feel our low back, that is telling us that we had compensated in order to do the given task. So, in this video, I want to share the easiest and simplest thing you can apply right now that doesn't involve biomechanics, that doesn't involve anatomy or physiology, so that the next time you perform a leg exercise, you can avoid compensating, avoid back pain, and actually work what you're trying to work. Now, I know that sounds like a big, bold claim, but I promise if you do this, you can start to avoid back pain. All you need to do is push. Yes, it is literally that simple. When you're in the gym and you are doing squats or Bulgarian split squat or walking lunges or a leg press or a deadlift, the second you stop pushing, you are going to start to use your back and probably start to feel that familiar feeling of back pain after leg day. Let me explain. When you go down into a squat and start to push out of it, you need to do just that. You need to push down into the floor. The problem is, a lot of us struggle to push on both sides. We can usually push more on one side than the other. Typically it's the left, but not for everyone. And the result of this is that we don't get this even push. So we start lifting. Let me show you what lifting looks like. If I'm in a squat and I can't push down, I can arch my back. Again, I'm exaggerating so you can see and understand the process, but I can arch my back or lift my back to help generate compensatory motion to get me up. When we do that, we start to leverage our spine. When we do that, we stop pushing. When we stop pushing, we're not going to contract the legs nearly as hard. So we have all these things happening very quickly that decreased our ability for our leg muscles to work and increased our ability for our low back muscles to work. The thing is, when we're doing these exercises, we don't want that strain through the low back. The low back muscles are not nearly as strong with this fast twitch desired motion compared to the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads. And so, as a result of not pushing, we start to lift, and then we experience back pain. So there is a little bit more depth to this. We need to make sure our feet are in the right position and all of those things, but I want to stay true to what I promised in the beginning. I don't want to bring in biomechanics and physiology and anatomy and all of that. My challenge to you is to go into the gym the next time you're doing legs and every rep focus on pushing hard into the ground. If you can truly do this, you will start to notice as you fatigue, you will try to lift. You will not push as hard. If you can withstand that and continue to push, and even better if you can push on both sides the same amount, then you will start to lose that experience of feeling low back discomfort a day, 2 days after leg days. So really simple challenge to think about, harder to implement. It is hard because when you start burning and you're under stress, the body's going to try to lift to compensate to make it easier. If you can start to reverse that script in your brain and start to repeat that process, you can start to decrease back pain just with that thought. Now, I will say if you want to dive way deeper and understand what you specifically need to do, meaning how do we actually create the right shape of the foot? Which foot do we need to push down with more? What is my pattern? Why am I feeling these things? Then you can definitely book a free virtual call where we can talk more about that and learn more about you. But for the premise of this video, just focus on pushing and specifically focus on pushing hard when it's burning, because as I said before, you will feel yourself start to lift. But if we can reverse that, we can reverse this back pain experience.